Hello, everybody. How you doing today on this Tuesday? Do you care about your self-care?
Yeah.
All right. I want to say something about today's podcast, other than just the name of the podcast, the cost of silence. The cost of silence. And I was just saying to one of my colleagues that one of the costs of silence I'm going through is like, when you're making beats and then you're writing a song and then it's like, I got something, and then you just throw it on SoundCloud, you throw it on bandlab.com or maybe even beatstars.com. You put it up there on YouTube and you hope somebody hears you, sees you, but you didn't do no promotion. That was silent. You dropped the song and put it online, but you didn't go to any performances. That was silent. You didn't even at least give a listening party to the people that would at least support and back you. That was silent. You was very silent on your gift. You was silent towards yourself and growth. So that's basically what the cost of silence can do to you. And it can do a lot more than just what I'm saying I've gone through by causing it to myself. But I'm going to read the quote today. Today's quote comes from Martin Luther King. In the end, we will remember not words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. We will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. And you know what that's kind of speaking for me, maybe something different for you, but let's see if it kind of does resonate the same for me. And I'm gonna jump into the audience with the panel. It's speaking kind of like what I just said. I'm being quiet on the gifts in which I have. And if I don't speak with my friends who see value in me being their company, and they see that I show that there's value in them being my company, and we share things with each other, our gifts, our ability to draw, write, dance, do comical jokes, hold conversations better than anybody else. Like, we have certain set skills. We have friends that do those things, but if me as your friend, if I don't see you honing in on that, you're being silent to yourself, that's gonna hurt me. And I'm gonna say something to you. And sometimes what I may say may make you a little disarrayed and look at me sideways like, why would you say that? I'm saying it to motivate you, because a real friend don't want to see you not become what it is that they see that you're doing. So if you're being a great friend to me, I'm going to let you know that you're a great friend. Shoot, you might be better at being a friend than me. You might be better at memorizing everybody's problems, everybody's favorite color, their mom's situation, dad's situation, sister, brother, whatever. You might be one of them friends that walk in the house and can go in the refrigerator. Like, you might be that person that I need to keep me aligned. Iron sharpening iron, right? Right? So if you're silent to me, that means I did you wrong as a friend. I didn't stick to my oath that I have to uphold to myself, that I have to uphold, because you uphold it too. I remind you, you remind me. And if I don't remind you, then I just did you wrong. Or you might have done me wrong for me to keep my mouth shut. Because I might have already told you once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I'm not being like your mom and your dad. I'm repeating myself. Now I'm going to be quiet. I might even just leave. But anybody else, what you take from that? And then we're going to go on forth. We got a hand. Hold on.
Considering who made that quote, the prolific orator he was, and one of the founders of the civil rights movement, I take it as if someone see wrong whether to a person or to a community, and you don't speak up for it, then that's a negative on your part. That's how I see it. You know, you'll be seen as someone who is silent to what is right, and sometimes not saying anything means not standing up for anything as well.
Yes.
I can't really say which one of my parents got this from, but I just know it was always said in my house. It never really said who said it, but it was said that, you know, stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Stand for something, you know, you won't fall at all. You stand. People see that you firm on your belief. When people see that you firm in your understanding, you won't be fooled. You won't be lied to. People won't even do things in front of you because they don't want you to say, "Hey, don't do that. That's wrong." That's just like with the parenting. I don't want you to tell me I'm not doing good with my child because I already know it. People don't want you to tell them what they already know. I don't know why my life is this way, but you chose those friends. I don't know why my life is this way. You chose not to make that decision. You chose to opt out. You said no. You know, we gotta be loud, proud, regardless to that color. Tell the truth. Shame that devil. In and out of you. So we're gonna jump into the first question. All right. We're going to jump to the first and let's see what it is.
Whose injustice are you ignoring because speaking up would cause discomfort?
I don't, myself, I'm with that question there, say, I'm gonna use myself. I don't want a friend that's not gonna be 100 with me. Those are not friends. Your friend, I've done something last year, the year before last, and I've had people talk about me behind my back, scandalizing my name even more than I did, you know, beating me down, and I have 1 or 2 or 3 that came to me and went off on me, admonished me, but still were my friend, and said, and those were the words that helped me the most. I'm telling you this because I'm your friend and I love you. You were wrong. You were dead wrong. And I'm mad at you about it. But I love you and I ain't gonna stop being your friend.
That's a friend.
Now that's a friend. Those are the ones you want by your side. Absolutely. The ones that did all, you know, when things happen to you, people reveal themselves to you also.
Yeah.
You know, it's up to you to take on from that. I know who my friends are, and that word friend, you can't use that with anybody. Some people you have to use as associates, or some people you just know.
Right.
You know, some people that you just come across, you have conversations with. Sometimes it's good conversations and everything. But those are not your friends. You got to know who your friends truly are. Because your friends ain't going to let you do nothing stupid without telling you. True. And if you did something bad, they're going to tell you about it. And still be your friend. The ones that leave you because you did something wrong, those were never your friends. Amen. Those were never, ever your friends. Nope. So that's my point.
Is there anyone else who would like to answer that?
Yes. Question number 1, I'd like to talk about that. Whose injustice are you ignoring? Because speaking up would cost you, it would make you uncomfortable. I can think of that also in the sense of recovery. Let's say you keep silent and you don't expose something that's hurting you from your past or something that's hurting you in the present that you should be discussing that could help you heal, that are, if you also expose it in a group setting, it might be able to help somebody else as well. And sometimes sharing that does cost you comfort. It's very uncomfortable to share your secrets in a group, like in a NA or AA group.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they're supporting you, and usually they've heard everything, and there's nothing you could say that could shock them, but it's still personally uncomfortable. So you are causing justice to yourself, really.
Yes, you
So,
are. Thank you.
that's all I have.
Like one thing I will continue on with what she was saying with the sense of recovery. Like if you have the knack or the desire in yourself to recover from something, or just from where you are at right now, you want to get from where you at to the next spot. It starts with healing. It starts with, like she said, you have to open up. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. It's just like a relationship. If you're saying, why am I never ever in a relationship? Because you don't know how to be vulnerable to yourself by being true. Once you're true to yourself, your vulnerability does not mean you're weak. It actually says you're strong. It actually says that, not saying that it should happen, but if a rock fell on you because somebody dropped it on you intentionally, yeah, that hurt, but it does heal. I heal, the sun shines always, no matter how much the rain is dropping on me. When them clouds go away, the sun is still there for me. Like sometimes you have to be like Job. You have to. Don't just take from what you're reading to perceive that that's what you have to go through. No, you're going through it every day. For whatever you're going through, however it's happening, just internalize and visualize yourself getting to the other side, and you'll be there with recovery. So we're going to move on to question number 2. All right. Y'all ready for this one? Hopefully the wording is better. What answers are avoided out of fear in conversations, and why? What answers are avoided? I say the truth. No, I'm sorry.
The truth. Sometimes people don't want to hurt other people's feelings, but normally the truth hurts.
Yes.
And the truth is revealing also. So, but a true friend or someone who cares about their community, is going to expose the truth to, if it's going to correct things and bring out a positive outcome.
Anyone else that got some positive truth? Or did he solidify that? No? All right. Mama Lois, no?
I was trying to figure out the question again. What injustice?
What answers are avoided out of fear in conversations, and why?
I would have to say the same thing. Telling the truth sometimes, like people don't be ready for, the truth. Because like you said, the truth hurts. So it's basically the bottom line. You're holding a lot of stuff in because you don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Oh, we got another. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna try to cover everything. The cost of silence, as Helen had shared on, the biggest injustice if I stay silent is to myself. Whether it's a wrong that's done to me that I caused or that I'm watching, because if I'm watching a negative or an evil behavior, then I'm condoning that negative behavior. And I mean, you know, I have my little beliefs, like, you know, as an anarchist, believing that government is evil. I really do believe that. And I know that God will hold all accountable that allow all this evil stuff that goes on in the world. Not just the people that precipitate it and do it, but the ones that sit and watch and allow it. As far as with the truth, right? We have a saying in the rooms, to thine own self be true. I have learned, and I had to learn the hard way by bumping my head throughout life. If I stay silent, the cost of that is me. I lose me in the process. Like, I'm in bad company when I'm alone. And it took me a long time to come to that, to say, the truth is very uncomfortable when you share that with somebody. To say I was molested as a child or grew up on the receiving end of hate and beat up my whole life. Nobody wants to talk about that. Like, we're taught that we're men. We can handle anything. We're falsely programmed that, like, we don't need anybody or whatever. I walk around silent. I'm gonna end up in my room, in the basement, in a dark corner, getting high, and that's where it's gonna take me. Like, I'm in bad company when I'm alone. So, like, the cost of silence is just my life. I lose me, and I lose, like, you know, that's why we're a spiritual program, and we some of us choose to call God. We serve him, and we know that the people that we allow ourselves to be around won't condone those negative behaviors. They will call us on stuff like you opened up with, Easy, and like several others have shared. And like today, I don't know, bro. I'm clean now, 2 years and some change, and that's never been like that since I was a kid. I don't know, it works. It works.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. He's saying me here.
No, I understand. No, I don't have nothing to highlight. Yeah, I was making that face because I gotta edit. I gotta edit like, oh man.
Right, she wants us to wrap up. So.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for showing up for this podcast episode. It took some time for everyone to come down, but I'm just proud that everyone did come and we got to talk about the cost of silence. And speak up, be clear, and have no fear. Because do you care about yourself, kid?